What's cracking, my good people? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin analysis video. Now, we will only be covering Bitcoin today because I am freaking exhausted. Like, it's just one of those days where I just woke up feeling tired, like I worked a good 48 hours. I'm just like, man, I'm done. But no, you gotta trudge through, right? So, anywho, today we're gonna be focusing on Bitcoin. I think it's given us quite a bit to talk about because this next monthly open is going to be an important one. Now, we opened the month of May in 2 days. Can you believe it? The month of April just went by like that. But no, why is it going to be important? The month of May is going to be important. At least the first day of the month is going to be important because in 2 days, which is Monday, the monthly opens on Monday. But in addition to the monthly, we are opening a brand new weekly candle as well. Duh, Monday. But in addition to the weekly candle, we're also opening up a brand new 4-day candle, a 3-day candle, and a 2-day candle. And of course, a daily candle. So there's a lot of very, very important information that we're going to be getting on the Monday open. So that's going to be a very fun picture. But in addition to that, guys, I want you guys to just look at the monthly candle for now. Okay, just look at how beautiful this picture is. Which is really, really funny because the last time we spoke about Bitcoin, Bitcoin was red, okay, was bleeding, and we were sitting underneath the monthly 21 EMA, and it was looking ugly as hell. And what was that one thing I told you guys? I'm like, hey, we still got 5 days left on this candle. This can morph into something a lot better getting into the monthly close. What we are looking for is a bounce from price action. And shortly after I released that video, we actually saw that bounce, but it was more of a whipsaw on the daily time frame, right? Because we saw this crazy, let me just knock off all my indicators. We saw this whipsaw, but then continuation to the upside. So I'm looking at this right now as strength from the bulls. But now, in addition to the strength that we're seeing after the spinner candle right here, every time you see a spinner candle, guys, understand that the market is an indecision in that point, okay? Every time you're seeing a spinner, indecision. However, we saw the bulls actually manage to pick this up, but more importantly, I think we're looking very, very good relative to our key regions of support. Now, what I really want to bring to your attention in this video is a potential weekly divergence play. Okay, the divergence play is a bullish divergence, which no one has spotted just yet. Okay, in fact, we're still waiting on the weekly close for the divergence to actually trigger on the dashboard. Now, I want to take you guys on over to the dashboard very quickly, okay, because the dashboard also might be alluding to a potential pullback opportunity on the lower time frames. So now, first off, I want you to just check out the trends. Guys, last time we spoke about Bitcoin, the 4-hour, 12-hour, and daily all flipped short. Short equals bearish, right? And I told you guys that your trends, now this is for those of you who want to learn this entire art of technical analysis, okay? Now everything I have learned so far is from Sean. I was student 0 of the Mango Seed program, but the first thing I learned there was that when trends begin, guys, trends begin from your lower time frames and then it cascades on over to your higher time frames. And that's essentially what we were looking for in that previous video, right? We were looking for the trend to flip first on the 4-hour time frame and then cascade on over to the 12-hour time frame. And you can see that the 4-hour, oopsies, the 4-hour switched a day ago, right? The 12-hour switched 11 hours ago. Now we're waiting on these trends to cascade on over to the daily time frame. However, that said, notice the volatility on here, 75, 67, and 61. Now, I tell y'all to keep your eyes on the volatility index if you're looking for a better bid opportunity, because this is the first thing that's going to tip you off on a better bid opportunity for Bitcoin. But so far, guys, 75, 67, and 61 is looking a bit frothy, telling me that, okay, you know what, the bulls might have a bit more oomph left in them, but we could expect a potential pullback opportunity on here. That said, let's also go ahead and take a look at the FVGs on Bitcoin. By the way, guys, the Mango dashboard can be found on app.mangoresearch.co. If you guys want to give this a quick whirl, there is a 3-day free trial that you guys can sign up for. But now check this out. Oh, nice. On the daily time frame, brilliant. So now you guys can see that we're currently within an FVG. So an FVG is a fair value gap. These gaps usually represent imbalances in the market. Now, since we're getting rejected off the FVG region, I will be looking for the next pullback opportunity to be given to us at 28.5K. But now check out the confluence at 28.5K. If I turn on my 21 EMA right here, where does the 21 EMA come in at, guys? 28.5k as well. So there's quite a bit of confluence on there. But now, in addition to this being an FVG resistance, this is also, do we have access to the 2-day time frame? We do. If you get on over to the 2-day time frame on the dashboard, put on your 10 simple moving average as well. You'll see that price is currently also at that 2-day 10 simple moving average. So I'll say this. Now, this 2-day candle, guys, closes today. So we're opening up a brand new 2-day candle tomorrow. If tomorrow we manage to close over the 10 simple moving average, I'm saying that we're likely going to start heading to the upside. However, if we get rejected on the 10 simple moving average, you guys can look for a better bid at around 28.5k. Okay, that's what I personally will be watching out for. Right? But so far, if I'm looking at the entire picture for Bitcoin, I'm saying this is looking good. Yeah, we could see a pullback opportunity on the chart, but if you're just assessing it based on its regions of support, it's looking very good. Because check this out. If I take you on over to the weekly time frame, turn on the key regions of support and resistance I have been bringing up to your attention now. Now remember, these are my momentum-based targets, right? Now check this out. I'm actually gonna get rid of the 21 EMA for now. Okay. I want you guys to focus on the orange horizontal lines I have on my chart. 28.5k was that region that we were looking for confirmation at. And what do I mean by that? I mean I wanted to see 2 consecutive weekly candle closes over that region to then anticipate the next move to the upside. But instead we only got one, only to lose it swiftly on that next weekly candle close. So far, this weekly candle is hovering over 28.5k. Now we only have to wait another 2 days to get a bit of closure on this candle, quite literally. But no, so far, relative to 28.5k, it's looking good. The daily has been closing over 28.5k as well. Do we have any 2-day closes? No 2-day closes just yet. This 2-day closes today. About 3-day, any 3-day closes? Yes, the 3-day has also closed over 28.5k. And you can see how well price has respected that historically, right? During this entire range where we put in an ascending triangle, we kept getting rejected off of that 28.5k level before we actually managed to take it out. Okay, so once again, we managed to reclaim that region that was lost to the bears. So far, the dashboard is alluding to a potential pullback opportunity. So yeah, that is the region I would gun for, 28.5k to that daily 21 EMA, which I believe is sitting slightly over that region. Let's go ahead and get the exact number for you guys. Okay, the daily 21 is coming in at around 28.6k, so about $100. But yeah, so far, guys, Bitcoin looking good. Now, as far as continuation is concerned, do we see immediate continuation to the upside? No, I do believe there are certain criteria that Bitcoin has to meet in order for us to look for immediate continuation. Now, this is where that weekly bullish divergence play comes to the forefront. If I take you on over to the weekly time frame, switch on my oscillators. Okay, now, no one has caught this just yet because, if I'm being completely honest, this has not triggered just yet. When does it really come to the forefront? It's when we close this week, okay, which happens in 2 days. And I do believe that as soon as we get the trigger on the divergence, I can't really call it a trigger because at that point it would be brought to our attention via the flags. What do I mean by this? Well, if I take you on over to the dashboard, you guys know that we have a feature, right? The bullish and bearish divergence feature. And it tells us when to look for the divergence play. Now, I will be expecting the weekly time frame to flag bullish divergence right here. Right now, we're not seeing any flag, but depending on how this week closes, we could see a bullish divergence flag go off here. Okay, so guys who have access to the dashboard, keep your eyes on the flags because that's going to give you the next tip on the move to the upside. Okay, so now if I take you on over to the chart, let me just draw this out for you. Now, I know it's not clear at first glance, but let me zoom into the RSI. Okay, what I want you guys to notice here is that look at this region right here. This was the week of 20th of March. We put in a bit of a low right there. Okay, it's very, very shallow, so you have to like strain your eyes to see it. But this was a low right here. So we have lower lows on RSI. Okay, and this was another low, a very deeper low right here, which was put in on this most recent dump. Okay, so lower lows on RSI, but on the corresponding price action regions, what do we have? Higher lows on price action. Okay, so lower lows on RSI, higher lows on price action. That is potential bullish divergence. Now let's talk about the criteria. When does this trigger? This bullish divergence, guys, triggers as soon as Bitcoin takes out this region to the upside, 30.9K. But not only does it have to take out 30.9K, it also has to maintain a low. Okay, so we're looking for price to maintain the low at, what is this, 26.6K. Right, so this has to be maintained as the lowest point. If Bitcoin starts breaking 26.6K, this potential bullish divergence gets negated immediately. All right, so we want this to be maintained on the next weekly close. So yeah, if we start taking out 30.9K, then we can look towards our next upside target, which is going to be, nothing has changed really in terms of the targets. It's the same thing, 33.5K. Okay, that's going to be the next potential move. From our prices out right now to 33.5K, that's going to be a good 14.5% to the upside. I think the major play for Bitcoin right now, the high probability trade setup, at least historically, it's worked out like a freaking dream, is actually hinged on the 4-day time frame. For those of you looking for a nice, chunky, good, juicy trades to the upside, get on over to the 4-day time frame, put on your Ichimoku cloud. Okay, we have a nice, beautiful edge-to-edge play just drawn out for us right here. Now, this is an edge-to-edge play that Sean has been talking about now for, well, how many months? A couple of months, right? He actually brought this up to everyone's attention, telling you guys to watch out for the edge-to-edge because this is massive edge. And why is it massive edge? Because, well, if you just look back into time, historically, Bitcoin has done extremely well off of the 4-day cloud. Like, every time we penetrate the cloud to the upside, we've had a nice, beautiful play to the upside. Right, so if you look at this region right here, right, now this was a very narrow cloud setup right there, but we did an edge to edge on there. If you look at this region right here, edge to edge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock off everything else that we don't need. Okay, but now just look at price relative to the cloud. Edge to edge on the cloud right here. Now this is the bull market of 2019. Broke into the cloud, edge to edge on the cloud. Okay, now if I just zoom out once again, let's go and take a look at this. This is the bull market of 2015. Broke into the cloud, edge to edge on the cloud. And what was this? These trade setups from here all the way to the top of the cloud, that was a good 56% to the upside. The next one, which was 2019, what was that? Moved to the upside on the cloud. This was a good 108% to the upside, but it made it there, guys. It made it all the way to the top of the cloud. These are high probability trade setups historically. Okay, now even this move right here from our price from, let's take it from one edge, this is where we penetrated the cloud, all the way to the top at around 42.2K. That's a good 65% just on the cloud. Now, of course, you guys can get better bid opportunities even as soon as these cloud trade setups get activated. And that's why we do these daily videos, to basically help you identify the next better bid zones to be gunning for. So, but yeah, this is the high probability trade setup that we have in front of us still. Okay, so while we do have 33.5K as a target, another target that we do have to the upside comes in at around 42.2K, which is top of the cloud. Alrighty, from our prices at right now to 42.2K, that's going to be a good 45% to the upside still. That said, I will first be looking for the weekly to clear out 33.5K before we get up to that range. Okay, because whatever it is, we still have to respect the price action that we're seeing on the chart, as well as the momentum that we're seeing on the chart. That way we have, we can set reasonable expectations for ourselves and also help us understand when is it a good time to be expecting a pullback opportunity on the chart. So yeah, these are still regions that we will be looking out for. Okay, so not much has changed there. Now, honestly, this is all I have for you for Bitcoin. Eyes on Monday, quite honestly, eyes on Monday, because we have important candle opens on Monday. But in addition to that, we also have the next FOMC meeting that comes up, and depending on where rates swing on the next FOMC meeting, I think that can also set a stage in a way for the next tilt in the markets. Is it going to be bullish? Is it going to be bearish? What do we expect? But so far, guys, price action in bullish territory right now. Alrighty, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, and I will see you in the next update on Monday. With this, guys, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, and enjoy your weekend.